Hey y'all, I'm going to talk about mastitis today. So I have suffered from it twice. Once going to Salem and we were driving over there and I didn't get to feed the baby, nurse the baby as many times as I normally do. And so when we got to the hotel room, I realized like it just felt like there was a brick on top of me. And I felt around my breast and I felt these lumps and I looked it up because I heard about it before. And so I realized what I had and I just went through some of the ways to cure it. I didn't have a breast pump on me because I stopped using one for several months now. So I went through the steps on how to cure it. But first, how do you know you have it? So you will feel enormous weight on you. Your breasts are engorged, so it feels very heavy. You'll feel these bumps. You might feel like you are sick or have flu-like symptoms also. You might become a little bit warm. If you look at your actual breast, it might be like a little bit pink or red. And there are several ways to cure it. I'm just gonna go through the more simple ways, and the more technical ways, I would recommend checking out La Leche League for more technicalities on how to fix mastitis if you have it. So first thing that I did, I started massaging my breasts. I started massaging the areas where it felt lumpy. I continued to feed my baby because I needed to drain my breasts because I realized I was engorged. And so it is extremely painful. So you feel this extra weight on you. It's all lumpy, and then you have to feed them. And it's so painful. So if you already have a hard time nursing because either like they're teething or you know, you have problems with latching, this is a whole different kind of feel. It just feels really, I don't really know how to describe it. It's like pain on top of pain, basically. But you have to drain your breasts. You have to get that milk out. If you have your pump, that's great. Pump your breasts. If you could express milk from yourself with your hands, that'd be great. I actually don't know how to do that. Whenever I try, it's like only a little bit of milk comes out. And so I got a couple bags of frozen vegetables and I put it on top of me, and then I felt better. I had to do it for a while, but it made me feel a lot better. So either warm compresses or cold compresses, and you could use a warm cloth or you could use a cold cloth or you could use frozen vegetables, but everybody's different. So if the warm items don't work well on you, try the hot. And there are a couple of pills that you could take that won't impact your milk, so look into that. I think Tylenol and Motrin are the tight clothing. You want to loosen it up, especially if you're wearing a tight bra. Some risk factors of how you could get it: you're not fully emptying your breasts, and you could also get it through bacteria coming through your nipple, through your baby's mouth. So there's two possible ways, and you want to probably like figure out if you know for sure you're fully releasing all the milk, or you're nursing your baby and you're completely drained, and it could be the latter. So risk factors: nursing issues, you're feeling tired or stressed, poor nutrition, or you smoke. So these are also ways that you could probably lead up to getting this. And the cure: pump and nurse. It's very painful, but it is definitely necessary for you to get that milk out of there. And you don't want to like stop feeding your baby suddenly also. Massage your breasts. I think the best time to massage your breasts, for me at least, is when I'm in the shower. It's just like that hot water, and it's just, you don't have any clothing on. It's just much easier, because sometimes when you're with your baby, it's really hard to like massage your breasts, and they might think that you're signaling them to come and nurse, which I noticed whenever I tried to like massage, he thought like, oh, it's time to eat. Clearly no. And well, you want to do those compresses, either warm or cold. Figure out what works for you. And if you're wearing a tight bra or really tight clothing, you want to loosen that up. All right. Well, thanks for your time. And if you want more technical information, I would check out the La Leche League, and I'll link it below. Thanks.